Okay, the second part of 3.4 talks about the discriminant. The discriminant. The discriminant is everything underneath the square root of the quadratic formula. So, the discriminant is just b squared minus 4ac. Okay? And that tells us a lot about our answer for x. If b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, we have two real solutions. If b squared minus 4ac equals 0, we have one real solution. And lastly, if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, we have two imaginary solutions. Okay? So, let's try this. B squared minus 4ac. What's the discriminant of this one? That's what we're going to find. B squared minus 4ac. So, B, we have A, we have B, we have C. B squared is 12 minus 4 times A, which is 1. There's a 1 here. Times C, which is 36. So we get 144 is 12 squared minus 4 times 1 is 4 times 36. 144, that equals 0. So what's the discriminant? 0. What type of solution do we have? One real solution. Because it equals 0. And then we want to find x. We want to use the quadratic formula to solve for x. So, x equals negative b plus or minus the square root. We just did that, right? We just did b squared minus 4ac, so we know that that's 0. All over 2a. Okay, so simplify that. We get x equals negative 12. We don't have to write plus or minus 0, that's just 0. All over 2, which equals negative 6. Done. And do the same thing here. The discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So what's b squared? Well, there's a 1 here. So it's like saying, well, it's a negative 1, right? So negative 1 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c. So negative 1 squared is just 1 minus 4 times 1 is 4 times 6 is 24, which equals negative 23. So that's my discriminant. My type of solution? Well, it's less than 0, so 2 imaginary solutions. And what does x equal? Well, use the quadratic formula. X equals negative b. Well, it's negative 1 plus or minus the square root. Do I have to do b squared minus 4ac? Nope, I already solved that. It's negative 23. All over 2a, and a is just 1, so we're just going to keep it as 2. Now solve. X equals, that turns into a positive 1, plus or minus. Can we simplify the square root of negative 23? We can't simplify the square root of 23, but we can take out that negative with just an I. All over 2. That is our final answer. That is what x equals. That is it.